Hello everyone, Bobo the Bitcoiner is back. Today I'm going to explain what we hear a lot of time in the crypto environment, hard fork and soft fork, F-O-R-K. You know, the Bitcoin ecosystem ends up with the blockchain, right? It's a long chain of block. And whenever there is a break in the chain, it is called a hard fork. All right. So there are two kinds of hard fork. There's two kinds of fork in the crypto world: soft fork, hard fork. Soft fork is easier to understand. It's actually a gradual software upgrades, like fixing the bugs, fixing some security checks, adding in new small features that doesn't affect the overall decision of the ecosystem. And these small upgrades usually is done immediately, right away. Because these small forks or upgrade are backward compatible with the older software, right? You may change something on the software, but that's something you change. The older software is still workable. It's a question of this small change that was made, or soft fork that was made. User doesn't necessarily have to implement it. All right, it's a free choice. The only question is user who doesn't upgrade them, while they can still work on the old change, old network, but they will not be able to enjoy the new upgrade function. All right. That is an interesting part of Bitcoin ecosystem. The community on the whole network, which are the nodes in the system, the user, the developer, the miner, the wallet, and the exchange. No one is forced to implement the new upgrade at all. You don't upgrade, no problem. You still can work on the old software, all right? It's just that you don't enjoy these new upgrade features or facilities. All right. One typical example is segregated weakness. I believe I explained it in one of the earlier episode called Sedgwick. Sedgwick is an upgrade that makes the blockchain to contain more transactions, so that it's faster in the transaction speed. All right. Well, people who don't upgrade it, especially the miner, they can still continue to mine based on the old software, but they don't enjoy these new facilities, so they are mining less transaction in each block. That's all. Hard fork is very much different. Hard fork is a permanent division of the blockchain. All right. As long as enough people support both chain, after the hard fork, once you hard fork, you go to separate chain. All right. As long as enough people support both chain, both can still exist independently. Okay. There are three kinds of hard fork. Number one, planned hard fork, which is scheduled upgrades to the network, giving user a chance to prepare themselves. That means they announce in advance, okay, this is what we are going to upgrade. All right. These folks typically abandon part of the old chain, but the coin remains the same. All right. There's no effects to the coin or Bitcoin itself in the case of planned hard fork. The most contentious one is the second hard fork. We call it contentious hard fork. When there is a disagreement among the community, all right, they decided to split off. Right. This usually involves major changes to the code, to the software, to the protocol. They are okay, an example is Bitcoin Cash. I think you all heard about Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is a hard fork of Bitcoin itself. All right. A part of the community wants to increase the block size. Bitcoin is 1 megabyte. This part of the community said we should increase it to 8 megabyte. So there's enough support or group of people who believe that 8 megabyte block. All right. And because they have disagreement, so they split it. So in August 2017, this group that went on their own way to form a new coin called Bitcoin Cash. In this case of a hard fork, they retain the old chain and branch off to continue their own chain thereafter. All right. In other words, they retain the old transaction in the earlier block before the split. After splitting, they continue their own chain or blockchain separately. Let me show you a chart. See, this is the Bitcoin blockchain basing on per block 1 megabyte. So along the way, that was in August 2017, a different group of people, where they had enough support, decided no. 1 block, 1 megabyte is too slow. We should increase it to 1 block, 8 megabyte. All right. And because they do it, they start their own new chain. But they still copy the old chain. So from the old chain up to here, they go their way. So the original Bitcoin continue, the new Bitcoin Cash go on their own way. This is typically hard fork. All right. You see, after that, in November 2018, 1 year, 2 months later, from the Bitcoin Cash blockchain, they split again. All right. Because in that group, again, a community of them say a big 8 megabyte is not good enough. We should increase to 128 megabyte per block. Same thing. They will have to split. They will take back the old chain of Bitcoin Cash blockchain, and after that date, when they start their own chain, all right, and that one is called Bitcoin SV. It's a hard fork out of Bitcoin Cash, all right. Bitcoin Cash is a hard fork out of original Bitcoin. So never be confused by Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, or Bitcoin SV. They are all different coins. You know, the interesting part of the hard fork is that during a split, let's go back to the original Bitcoin, where Bitcoin Cash split up. During the split in August 2017, if you own one Bitcoin, all right, you are entitled to one Bitcoin Cash. So you got two coins now, one Bitcoin Cash. Because Bitcoin Cash is copying the old chain of all the transaction history. That's how the system works anyway. Same for Bitcoin Cash split. Those who own one Bitcoin Cash is entitled to one Bitcoin SV after the hard fork. Okay, the third hard fork is spin off coin. As I always explained many times, Bitcoin ecosystem is an open source, right? Everybody can see. Anybody can copy the new coin. And Litecoin, I'm sure you all heard of Litecoin, is a typical example of this. They simply copy the whole Bitcoin ecosystem software with some changes. What they do? They reduce the mining time. Instead of one block every 10 minutes, they do it one block every 2.5 minutes, thereby increasing 4 times the coin supply. All right, from 21 million Bitcoin, they do it with 84 million Litecoin. That's it. Very simple. So now, the next time you read about cryptocurrency soft or hard fork, you now understand what they are talking about. All right. Believe this video is interesting and good knowledge to understand what is soft and hard fork. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you the next time when new video will be published. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.